heart space. Close down the eyes. Maybe even using that sandbag on the belly. And just allowing yourself to arrive. You practice support of your mat. Just taking that moment to check in. Just like an old friend, welcome them into the house. Ask them how they are. And give them space to really tell you. That's how we arrive here to our yoga practice. So say good morning to yourself. Say, how are you doing? What's going on? Welcome to my home. I use the respiratory blend of breath. It's a new bottle, so it's a little more potent. You know, they lose their potency after a little while. So if you'd like a drop in the palm, rubbing the palms together. So as you draw the palms to the nose, maybe don't bring it quite so close until we see how strong your aroma is. And use this oil coming over your nose to really feel the sensation of breath. Because it's the breath that's our practice. So take a few minutes here to really feel the breath coming in the nose, to feel it come down the throat, into the chest, into the heart space, into the belly. And then just as slow, enjoy the out breath. And notice what that out breath brings to the body as you breathe out nice and slow. And then finally here, I invite you to allow the mind to trace the breath. So that we begin to quiet the mind. And in our first few minutes of practice, we really arrive. So as you allow the body to just relax on the mat, you'll just give me 1 or 2 minutes of your time. We always set an intention for practice, whether it's for ourselves, whether it's for someone that might need the devotion and the energy that we bring. Being son right now is the surgery. Send him up your energy. I said hello to Gloria for a year. I never knew her story. But she always had this most magnificent smile every time she's in the gym. And a lot of you might know her from dance or from Zumba or some of the classes. So we all come into our mat for different reasons. And in yoga, we're always taught, let it go. Let it go. But you know what? There are a lot of things I tried to let go, and boom, there they were again. So this morning I invite you to let it be. Whatever it is that weighs on the soul, that weighs on the mind, that weighs on the body, we set it aside 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Let it settle. Let it be. You remember at Christmas time we had that little snow globe that we shake up, shake up, shake up. That when we set it down, all those little particles fell. And we we could see more clearly into the snow globe. And it's the same thing when we let it go, when we just set it aside. We're able to see a little more clearly. We're able to let life's hardballs settle. We all have them. We all are human. We all have this life. So today I would like you, please, I invite you, set the intention, set it aside, let it be. Because after you let it be, find some clarity, you find some restoration. You're able to pick up whatever that is, again, with a fresh body, a fresh mind, and a fresh heart. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. What does it take to let it be? So come into your breath. Change the position of your legs. Maybe here we go to a constructive rest pose, since we're going to let it be, where the feet are wide on the mat, the knees TP in together, spaciousness along the low back. Our hearts are lifted with the bolsters or the blankets underneath us. And here we simply breathe. Scanning the body. Noticing any tightness or tension. There's a big difference between the two. So notice any clenching. See if you can soften the face. Release the jaw. And fill the body with fresh energy, prana, chi, whatever you want to call it. Take a full, deep, deep breath in. Pause it at the top. And then slowly release that breath like a wave of relaxation through the body. Taking one more full deep inhale. Let it go nice and slow. Wherever your feet are, heel toe the feet, then the knees to center. Roll over onto one side, scoot that bolster away. Headrest, whatever you're using. Bring yourself back down nice and flat onto the mat. Take that full body stretch. Feel what you feel, all down the center line. Stretching through the shoulders, stretching through the legs. And then draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Let the knees draw in, the tailbone lengthen. Maybe you begin to rock side to side. A release for the low back. Nice and easy. And then keeping the right leg in, extend nice and slow, the left leg along on the mat. Drawing that right knee in, extend that right arm out to the side like a T, and gently draw that right knee across the body, finding a very gentle twist. So So we're not pulling that knee down, we're just bringing it to the side, holding there. Just notice what you notice. The breath being key. And then slowly draw that knee back in, hug it back to the chest, and switch sides. Allow the right leg to go long, the left knee to hug in. Different side of the body, totally hug it in. And then placing a hand right on top of that knee, extend that left arm out to the side and draw the left knee across the body. Very gentle twist. Shoulders remain nice and flat on the mat. And the breath stays nice and fluid. And then very slowly, draw that knee back, draw it into the chest. Let the right knee join in. Give yourself one more big hug. One more nice massage along the low back. And allow yourself to just roll over to the side. Make your way seated. Nice and slow, we're not getting hurt yet. And for my seat, I always like to sit on the crease of my blanket. Tilts my pelvis. I have more space in my low back, which is always calling to me. And as we sit here, maybe the hands rest on the thighs so that we can draw the heart forward. Remembering that invisible wall behind us, shoulder tips back, back of the head back, spine stacks nice and tall. Take a nice full breath in here. And then draw the hands to heart center. Soften the shoulders, soften the face. And with your next breath, release the arms out to the side and up, find length in the body, and use that breath, draw it right back into the heart space. 2 more inhaling. And as you exhale, nice and slow, draw it back in. One more time. Rolling over the knees now. Again, a nice place for a blanket as we come into all fours. Just to pad up the knees. Set up your all fours, stacking through the joints so the shoulders and the wrists align, the hips and the knees, the heels and the knees. And as you release all the air in the body on an exhale, take that big inhale, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, lifting the heart, gaze at the top of your mat. And you're ready for the exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, press through the palms, and really feel the spine here round. Inhale, nice and slow, starting from the base all the way to the top. Just notice what you feel. Your breath is different than mine. Just allow that breath to lead the movement before starting the next movement. We'll take 3 more. Ujjayi breath is in your practice, that constriction in the back of the throat so that you have something to listen to let the mind really center on. Constrict the breath so you can hear it, so the mind can trace it. Finishing this round, find your neutral table. Drawing the belly in and up. There's no sag, there's no rounding in the spine. Release the right leg back behind you, resting on the ball of the foot. And begin to push the heel away and then roll onto the tippy toes. So again, here, notice what you notice. The engagement of the calf as you press that heel away. Coming forward, maybe the arch. The next time you're forward on the toes, flip the foot so you're resting on the top of the foot. Take a moment to press in the top of the foot to the mat. And then roll back over, opening all the toe joints and send that heel back. Simple movement, but it activates everything in the foot, everything in the leg. So we're going to set up for our modified plank. So the next time that heel is back, pause there, press that heel back. Then pivot that heel down to your mat. Take that left shin like a kickstand and kick it out to the side off of your mat. Take that left hand right underneath your face. Press down into that palm and lift yourself up. Arm extends. Press into that heel, press into that palm, reach through the fingers. And then maybe draw that hand overhead, bicep by the ear, and feel all that space you just created. And enjoy a breath there, big breath. Take a moment to draw those hips into center so it's easy to have those hips stick out. See if you can bring them in and draw one more breath. And then we'll circle that arm back down towards the back of the mat, down around, and we'll replace the palms and we'll find our table. And we'll enjoy 2 cat-cows just to reset the spine. Nice and slow. Find the breath. Coming back to your neutral table, draw that belly in, secure the spine. Extend the left leg behind you, resting on the ball of the foot. And begin that rock nice and easy. Tippy toes, then press the heel away. Beginning to wake up the back of the left leg, the ankle, and the foot. Belly's in and the breath is flowing. Next time you come up on those tippy toes, come all the way up. Flip that foot so that the top of the foot rests on the mat. Press down lightly, but feel the stretch into the top of the foot. And then roll back over those toes. Press that heel away, pause there. And then just continue the movement. Tippy toes to the heels. And we'll set up for our modified side plank here. So the next time that heel is back, pivot that foot down onto your mat. Take that right shin off to the side like a kickstand. Right hand comes right underneath the face. And as you press into that palm, you open yourself up to the left, reaching through the fingers, pressing down through the heel, tucking the hips in line with the shoulders and the feet. And then maybe floating that arm overhead, bicep by the ear, reach long, press through the heel, breathe into the left side body. Nice and full. And then we'll circle that arm up, back to the sky, down towards our feet and around, coming back to our table, floating a cat and a cow. Nice and slow. And then finding our child's pose by letting the hips sink towards the heels, the belly to the thighs. The forehead comes down to the mat or a block, make the connection. Allow the arms to come beside the body, palms up. And here I invite you to just round through the shoulders. Whatever weight you've been carrying around, set it aside. Let it be. And just breathe into your body here. Let the shoulders soften. Maybe you take a breath so deep you can feel the shoulder blades separate and you breathe into the back of the heart space there. And if you want to deepen it, you can simply stack your hands on the back body. Let those elbows fall towards the mat. Let that open up the shoulders a little more. Or maybe if the wrists allow, and find that reverse prayer. Bringing the prayer to the back of the heart space. Wherever you are, let it be. One full deep breath in. One nice slow breath out. Releasing the hands right underneath the shoulders. Press your way up and come to stand on your heels, on your shins, I'm sorry. Tucking the toes under. Good, so getting a little bit of a stretch. So normally you come into intensive toe pose like this, which is intense. But just bring yourself up, and on your inhale, reach those arms up. And again, draw them into the heart. Twice more on your own, full breath. And then bring the hands down beside the knees. Press into the hands, lift the hips so that you're at a forward fold in the back of the mat. Keep the knees in and have them opened up the back of the legs. Maybe the belly rests on the thighs so that you can find some extension in the spine. So even if those knees are so bent, you don't feel like you're even getting a stretch. Lift the hips, rest the belly. This is all about the spine here. Let the head hang. No reason to hold that up, right? We're here to just let it hang. Head hangs, maybe shake it, yes or no. Taking the tension out of your neck. And maybe here we walk the fingertips off to the right. Just a nice gentle sway. Feeling into the body. Maybe center and over to the left. And then as you come back to center, begin to roll the spine up to standing. And as you arrive here, allow the shoulder tips to come up to the ears, to roll down the back, open up the heart, arms beside the body, palms up, receptive, acceptance, let it be. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and as you reach, stretch up to the side body, and let's take that side stretch. Right hand reaches for the wrist with the left, and then just take it over to the right. Now to deepest stretch, bring it up on the inhale. Switch sides, left hand, right wrist, take it left. Nice and easy. Remember that shoulder's gonna wanna cave in, see if you can take that elbow behind you. Inhale, come back. Switching sides once more. Right hand, left wrist. Again, get long first, and then take it over. And see if you can rotate the chest up. Release the wrist. Cut the elbows a little bit deeper here, allowing the weight of the elbows to deepen the stretch. Notice your breath. Nice and easy. One more inhale. Head rest back into that box. One more exhale. And then as you inhale, everything comes back up. Stretch nice and long. Take it the opposite way. Hand reaches for the wrist. We take it left. And once you arrive there again, open up the heart space. Elbow goes back. Release the wrist. Cut the elbows. Deepen the stretch as the head rests back by the bicep. Full breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale slowly, back to center. Stretch it long. And then really slow, we drop the arms behind us. Interlace. Squeeze the shoulder blades so much as you stretch those arms that the chest lifts. Nice opening for the front of the shoulders. And keeping the upper body just like this, begin to sink the hips, bend the knees. And as you lower down, the belly comes to the thighs. The last to come down is the head as the arms float overhead. And again, as you let everything go, and those knuckles come just a little bit higher off of the back. Really opening up through the shoulders. Take a full deep breath. And as you let it go, gently let the hands go back here. Let them just hang here so that you can almost feel an opening through the shoulder joints. And then gazing up towards the top of your mat, begin to walk your hands out for your first downward facing dog. And as you arrive in your dog, spread the fingertips wide, press into the palms. I always like to take one part of the body first. So let's work hips to the crown of the head. Lift the hips high to the ceiling. Press into your hands like you're pressing them to the top of your mat, and allow that to draw the chest down closer to the thighs. Release the head like you're looking at your belly button. Take a breath in. And working from the hips to the heels. Heels don't have to touch. There's no yoga rule that says yoga cleats are not going to be here. So from here, maybe you take one heel closer to the mat as you get into one leg. Just pedal it out. And notice here what you notice. If you feel tight in the back of the legs, sensation, you know it's information. And then maybe we bring that to stillness. We press into those palms again and we form that beautiful upside down V. And then bend into the knees. Draw them all the way gently down to the floor. So here, keeping the hips back, begin to walk the fingertips to the top of the mat. So again, hugging that belly in so there's no sway in the spine. The hips stay back, the fingertips reach forward. The heart sinks, the forehead sinks. 2 breaths here. And then dropping the forearms down onto the mat, bring the belly down onto the mat, stretch the legs long behind you. So finding our Sphinx pose, a very passive back bend here. So spreading those fingers wide, taking a full breath in. See if you can lift the belly button off of the mat as you energetically slide your hands back towards you, which brings length into the front body, allowing the chest to come forward. Your gaze is at your thumbs. The lower half of the body is just resting, right? Feel the line from the belly button to the sternum. And take a nice full deep breath there. Slowly now, lower the chest, stack the hands, rest the forehead on the hands. Take a little bit of a shimmy through the hips just to release the spine. Re-extend the arms now, long in front of you. So we're like stretched out, fingers to the toes. And on your next inhale, lift the right arm off of the mat, off of the floor, lift the left leg. Feel the length from the fingers to the toes. And slowly set everything down. Switching sides, lifting the right arm, lifting the left leg. Reach those toes away, reach the fingers away, and bring it down. Alternating sides 2 more times. See if you can feel that diagonal stretch across the body. And again, you remember your breath. Deep breathing allows the body to relax and to stretch. And as you finish that second round, release the head, take a full breath. And here, my friends, I invite you, can you lift the arms and the legs? Don't hold the breath. Feel the breath in the belly that's resting on your mat. One more breath in. I know this is building all that back muscle. And then let it go. Stack the hands, rest the head, shimmy the hips. Hands come underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, press your way up to all fours, shift it back, child's pose. And in this child's pose, feel the length of your spine now. I'd like you to feel from the tailbone through that low back, reaching those fingers far away. The stretch goes from the lower spine all the way up to the neck. And then inhale, come to all fours. And as you exhale, keep it moving. Hips come down towards the mat and the chest rises. Press back into your child's, nice and fluid, moving through table. So without stopping on each individual place, inhale, come through all fours, forward. Arcing the spine, chest up. And then just a slow exhaling, send it back. Feel the length of the spine every time you come back to that child's pose. We're going to add on here. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, lift the heart. Send it back. Lift the hips. Adding on, down dog. Gently drop the knees. Take it back. Child's pose. Stretch long, feel the spine. Inhale brings us to fours, all the way up to our modified dog. Bring the hips down, the chest up. And then coming back through all fours, lift the hips high, press into those hands. Then gently drop the knees, send it back, child's pose. Once more like that, inhaling to fours, fluid to up dog. Take it back through your table, lift the hips high, press into those palms, lift up, downward dog. Drop the knees, child's pose. You can stay with any of these, or you can add on with me. Come up to all fours, inhaling fully, send it forward. Take it back through table, but lift the hips high, press through the palms. And then from here, wave the spine forward, finding your plank pose, shoulders over wrists, hips in line with the shoulders. Pause there, send those heels away, then press into those palms, send it back, down dog, drop the knees, child's pose. Feel the spine here. Twice more, just like this. Inhaling, we come up, we come forward, we press back, we lift the hips, we get nice and long body, arms, knees, wave it forward to plank, send it back to dog, drop the knees, find your child's pose. Last one without a cue. You move your body in a way that feels good. Knowing you can always stay in child's pose. All meeting in child's pose here. Take those arms that are extended, bring them beside the body again, palms up, release through the shoulders, bring the breath into the back body. Let it go, let it be. How often do you feel those back ribs expand? Allow the breath to go there. Hands come back now underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips up. And walk yourself out again to downward facing dog. Lifting those hips high. And then looking at your thumbs, come up on the balls of the feet and walk to the top of the mat. So the feet meet the hands to a forward fold there. Knees can stay as bent as they need to be. Belly can rest on the thighs. What I want is the head to just be able to hang. And again, just shaking it yes and no. And then press into your feet, bend those knees, roll your way back up to stand. Let those shoulders again come up to the ears, down the back. Arms extend beside the body, palms out. Closing down the eyes, feel into your foundation. Pick up all 10 toes, spread them wide. And then maybe here with the pinky, one at a time, bringing them back down to the mat. Feeling into your foundation, maybe you rock ever so slowly, heels, the balls of the feet. From the right to the left side of the foot. If I was watching you, I wouldn't even notice the movement, but I want you to feel it. When you feel like you found that true center, you bring the hands to prayer. 3, half sun salutations here this morning. Inhaling, reach those arms out and up. And this time, take a swan dive. Bring those arms back out wide. The back stays nice and straight as you forward fold. Hands can come to the thighs. They can come to the shins. They can come to the block. Let the body fold. Find that traction in the spine. Inhale to a half lift. So here, it doesn't matter, the legs can stay bent, but we want that spine to be nice and long, the chest forward. And then fold. Let it go, head down. And then press into the feet, bend the knees. Roll your way back up to stand. Let those arms extend out and up. Maybe here you find a little back bend. We draw the prayer to the heart space. Inhaling, reach the arms. Exhale. Your choice. You can swan dive or you can bring it to the center. Halfway lift. Fold. And press into the feet. Roll your way up. All the way up. Draw it all in. Heart. 2 more now without the cue. So again, if you get lost, just do what feels good in your body. Inhaling leads the way. Taking your time to finish. We'll meet in a prayer Tadasana at the top of the mat. Take your time. Gaze can stay closed. Standing up nice and tall. Again, release those arms out and up. And take a bow down over the legs. Half lift. Hold, plant the hands. Right leg's gonna step back for a warrior 2 foundation. So add some space between the feet, front knee, ankle in alignment. The back foot is parallel or maybe the toes slightly in. Find that foundation, and then as you're ready, use the power in those legs. Push your way up, circle the arms out. And then from here, find some buoyancy. Find some space to lower those hips and bring them back up. And again, just like that movement in our feet, when you find that place, settle there. Soften the shoulders, draw in the belly, gaze over the middle finger. Nice full deep breath in, nice slow breath out. And with your next in breath, straighten that front knee, lift the arms, palms touch, get long. And then exhale, drop it back, maybe a little deeper into your two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. 3 more. Your breath, your movement. We'll all end in our warrior two. Hold there for a breath. And spin the hands down, frame the front foot, step the back foot to meet the left. Hang in a fold, let that back go. Find that half lift. And then bow over the legs. Second side, plant the hands, left foot steps way back. Give yourself space between the feet. The back foot slightly in from parallel. Front knee over the ankle. Press into the feet, rise up. Circle the arms. Reach out. So as you arrive here again, find that buoyancy. We want weight in that back foot. We don't want that ankle to just fall in. We want that front knee more towards that pinky toe side. So as you move here, find your warrior two. And pause there, sink a little lower. Soften the shoulders. Draw in the belly. Full breath. Let it go slow. Let's flow this now with your next inhale. Straighten that front leg. Hands find prayer overhead. Get long. And then settle back into your warrior two. Nice and slow with breath. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, maybe you sink a little bit deeper down. 3 more on your own. Settle back into your warrior two. Notice your shoulders. Sink it a little bit deeper. Power in those legs, power in the hips. Then bring the hands to the hip crease. Straighten that front leg. Pivot the feet to the long end of the mat so you're a little pigeon-toed. And I know we're all in different places. And from here, with your hands on the hip crease, nice straight back. Begin to forward fold. Spine stays nice and long. Then bring the hands underneath the face. Take a full breath here to draw the belly in. Then walk those hands over to the right. The left hand's gonna reach for the calf, the ankle, wherever you can hold on to. Bring the right hand behind the sacrum. So just allowing for a rotation here to the right. Notice your breath. Can you release the head? Can you find some softness in this pose? And then with your next inhale, releasing that. Bring those hands back down. Travel all the way over to that left side. Right hand secures itself somewhere. Left hand swings around onto the back body. Draw the chest to the thigh. Let that head hang. No need to hold it up. Let it be. Full breath in. Nice slow breath out. And releasing here. Allow the arms to come back down, right underneath the fingertips, right underneath the head, shoulders. Pick up the heels and draw them in. So now the toes are out slightly. Heels are in. And sink it back like you were going to sit in a chair. Your version of yogi squat. If you want to flow this, pick back up the hips, straighten the legs. Each time, maybe allowing yourself to bring that pelvis down a little more. Spine stays nice and straight wherever you are. If Malasana is your new practice, I invite you to take it right here. Otherwise, continue this flow. And maybe the next time the pelvis is closer to the floor, pause there, wherever there is for you. Noticing your breath, noticing the effort. What can you let go up here? One more full breath. Then slowly bring ourselves down to the mat. Any way you can bring the seat. Just lower yourself. Extend the legs out in front of you. Give them a nice little shake. And then picking up that right knee, nice and easy. Bring the right sole into the left thigh. Allow that right knee to follow. So again, where's the ease in the pose? Use a block to hold that knee up so that you're not concentrating on, oh my gosh, I want that side to just be as soft as possible. And as you stack that spine nice and tall, that imaginary wall, take the left hand outside of that right knee, take a nice gentle twist over to the right. But only bring the head to the side wall. Can you use your eyes, the muscles there to gaze behind you? So there's no tension in the neck, there's no tension in the shoulders. Full breath in, slow breath out. Next inhale, bring the head back to center first. Then draw the body around, torso over that left thigh. Draw the belly in as tight as you can with the inhale, and just gently walk the fingers out. So whether it's an inch, doesn't matter. Keep the spine long. Press into that left heel. Press into those finger pads. And again, you might feel the stretch in the leg, but where I want you to feel it is in the low back, right? So keep the back nice and straight. Press through that heel to engage the whole leg. And then here, just simply breathe. Next inhale, walking the hands back. We're gonna go for that little baby wild thing. So take that right hand, swing it around behind you, plant palm. Press into that palm, lift the hips. Circle that left arm overhead, bicep right ears, and see if you can really lift the hips. Press into the heel, reach through the fingers, take all that beautiful length. And then slowly bring the hips down. Circle the arm around, all hands to the outside of that left leg. Take a bow. Nice little counter stretch. And then come back to center. Nice and straight. And then switch sides. So extending the right leg, flexing through that right foot. Noticing each side is different. Maybe here you want to block underneath that left leg. Tucking that belly in nice and tight, sit up nice and tall. We're going to take a twist to the left first. The right hand's going to come outside the knee. Left hand's going to come behind you. Press into the back hand, get tall. And then take a twist to the left, but only to the side wall. Press in, get tall. Use your eye muscles, see how far back you can see behind you. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Head comes around first. Release the twist. Torso comes over that right thigh. Again, you find more room if you just tuck the belly. Big inhale. Walk the fingers. Wherever you go is where you go. Doesn't matter. I want you to press into that heel. Feel the length in the back of the leg. And maybe you even feel it around the glute into the low back. Full deep inhale. Nice slow exhale. Maybe each exhale brings you another little quarter of an inch to come forward. Full deep breath. Let it go. And then walk those fingertips back towards the body. Reset nice and tall to the spine. Left hand plants behind you. Press into that palm to allow you to lift the hips and circle the arm overhead. So here, press into that right heel, press it away, reach through the right fingers, maybe even turn that pinky down. Breathe here. Let it go nice and slow. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, hips come down, arms circles around, both hands knee outside of the right leg. Take a bow. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Plant both feet on the mat in front of you. Hands to the knee crease. Tuck that chin in, round through the spine, come back down onto your back. Draw the knees in. Give them a squeeze, nice hug. Take that gentle massage right and left along the low back. And then planting those feet flat on the mat, heels close to the sit bone, arms extend beside the body, palms down. Gonna flow a couple bridges here. So again, let the breath lead the way. So that at the end of the breath, the hips are up, fingers touch, and at the end, everything comes back to land with the exhale. So draw the belly in again, support the spine, press into the heels, take a big inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. Arms float overhead, hips come high. The weight is between the shoulder tips, not the head, not the neck. And when you're ready for that exhale, use that full exhale, let everything land. Same time, hips, palms. 4 more, your breath, your body, your practice. As you finish that last one, everything lands on the mats. Walk those feet wide to the edge of the mat. Drop the knees over to the right. Inhale, pick up the knees to center and just gently let them go to the left. So again, just settling out the spine, the low back. And the next time the knees are over to the right, hold there. Maybe you notice a stretch to the left quad. Pick up that right ankle and place it on the outside of the left thigh. Allow the weight of the ankle and gravity to draw the left knee a little closer to the mat. Notice the upper body. Should be no wasted effort here. Maybe you tee the arms out to the side, finding space across the chest. Maybe if it feels good in your neck, rotate the head over to the left. Your rhythm of breath fills the side body. Everything is easy here. Another round of breath. Let it go slow. And as you're ready for the next inhale, release that ankle, bring the knees back up to center. Let them float over to the left. Back to the right. Couple times. And the next time you're over to the left, pause there. Again, feel what you feel, and to deepen that, pick up the left ankle, place it outside of the right thigh, drawing that right knee closer, getting that nice stretch from the hip to the outside of the right leg. Pausing there. Feels good on the neck, rotating the neck towards the right. Breathe in here. Drawing the head back to center on your inhale. Pick up the knees. Release the ankle. Draw the knees into the chest. Take that gentle rock. And then allow the knees hugging into the chest to go wide to the edges of the mat. Take the arms in between the legs and reach for your ankles or the blade edge of your foot or your big toe or your pant leg. Lift the knees, lift the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, finding happy baby. And again, take that tailbone, release it. And maybe here you rock. Some of us might want a little stretch back into the legs. Extending the right leg out to a diagonal, pressing the heel away, let that leg fall open. Staying equal on both sides, draw it in, maybe you take the left leg out, press through the heel. Drawing it back in, both legs out, big V. And then bring the feet together overhead. Pressing the big toe mounds together, the soles together as you allow those feet to fall down to the mat on the blade edge, knees wide. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Release the shoulders. Feel the hips heavy. Close down the eyes. Coming into your own natural rhythm of breath. Let the body settle here. Let it be. Gently bring the hands outside of the thighs, draw the legs together. Release the legs long on the mat. Allow the feet final restoration place, maybe bolster under the knees, sandbag to the belly, using the entire body to the support and the safety of the mat. And just like John Lennon sings, let it be. Taking a full breath in now. Allow a deep inhale through the nose. Let that inhale expand through the heart center, expand through the ribs, travel down to the belly. Releasing any sandbags, releasing the bolster, placing the feet there. Just letting it roll to the end of the mat. Take that full body stretch. Stretching fingers to the toes, and again, feeling the energy in the whole front side of the body. Bending to the knees, roll over onto one side. Rest the head and the biceps of the arm. Let the chest relax, let the shoulders relax. Finding gratitude for our practice, gratitude for our bodies, gratitude for the time you set aside for your own self-care. Taking a moment to send healing vibes to Todd and ease into glorious life. We all have needs. We just have to find the quiet time to set it aside and let it be. Slowly pressing your way to seated. Keeping the eyes closed. Nice easy movements. Sitting up nice and tall to expand through the heart space. Bring the hands to prayer, bow the head to the heart. In gratitude for the inner wisdom that brought us to our mats today, I thank you for your practice with me. I thank you for your practice with each other. Namaste. Namaste.